Hi guys, it's James here from Optics Warehouse, your night vision and hunting specialist. And today, carrying on in the series of the Delta rebranding, we're going to be having a look at the titanium range. Now, the one I have in my hand is the 2.5 to 15 by 56, a very popular scope for those in the hunting fraternity. I find it so good myself that I've actually even got one on my 270 at the moment. It's a fantastic little scope, great value for money, really good light transmission and fantastic field of view when it comes to it. So we're just going to have a quick fire look at it just to see the features of the scope, just have a quick run through just to show you guys and show you how good a scope this is. So starting at the back, we have your standard ocular adjustment, nice and easy to use. Again, the same as most day scopes. This particular one has what's known as a 4AS reticle, so it's quite a super fine reticle, which is what the S stands for. So it's really critical that you get the ocular absolutely bang on for this one, especially if you're going to be shooting at DSA 150 yards, 100 to 150 yards away in that low light, early morning, late night situation. Moving on forward, we have your standard magnification. As I said with this one, it's 2.5 to 15. So it just nice and scroll through. There's a rubber O-ring assembly inside, so it's not going to be too loose and it's not too tight. It's just the right sort of magnification, and therefore you can get the correct magnification that you're looking for depending on whereabouts your target is. So moving along the scope, we have this nice anodized finish all the way up to the turrets. And if we start on the left hand side, you have your illumination, which goes 1 through to 11, illuminating the center dot of the reticle on this particular one. As I said, it's a 4AS. That's quite key, I find, when you come to, I say, your low light situations, so you can really carry out an effective shot. Of course, between each illumination stage, you can turn it off. So you can say, if you had it on 7 and then you wanted to turn it off, instead of having to go through all the numbers again, you can just go on to 7 on and off. Next to that, you have your side focus or your parallax wheel. And this ranges from 15 yards all the way up to infinity, with quite good graduations at some of the key distances, so say like your 100, 150, 200 and 300 yards. Again, it's just like the ocular adjustment. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. It's quite well graduated, and that way you can focus correctly for your target. On the top, you have your elevation. It's a fairly standard elevation system. If we just take the turret cap off here, have a quick look. So each click, it graduates to 1/4 MOA at 100 yards. If you actually look on the top though, it says 7 mil at 100 meters, and that's more of a European thing using the different systems to that over in America. As I said, that equates to 1/4 MOA at 100 yards. Nice, easy clicks, not too tactile, which obviously you don't want in a hunting situation. And then all you do, once you've set your 0, you just lift it up, and then you can literally, as freely as easy as that, move it onto 0. So then if you do have to adjust, say for your longer range shots, then you know how many clicks and graduations you can move from 0. The windage turret is much the same. I won't take the cap off because, as I said, it is much the same. So like the elevation turret, it has your 1/4 MOA at 100 yards or 7 mil at 100 meters, depending on which you prefer to zero at. One good thing about the titanium range is that you can actually chop and change these for ballistic turrets if you so desire. So let's just have a quick look at them. So they're like your standard ballistic turrets, and all you have to do is you have to release the cap on the top there, and then you can simply unscrew the hunting turret, and then you screw this one in, and then therefore you can have your different ballistic calculations if you wanted to stretch this scope out onto more of a target shooting rifle, but still wanted to have the bigger objective and field of view you get with a hunting optic. One final thing with the turrets, obviously I've mentioned the interchangeability of putting ballistic turrets on. This is available across the entire titanium range, bar the 4 to 20, which already comes with its own interchangeable ballistic turrets within the box. So let's carry on with the rest of the scope. As I mentioned earlier on, you have your anodized finish. It's quite a nice finish. It's proven to all different weather terrains really. So if you're out stalking in the rain, or if you're up north slightly, where it's going to be a bit more snow perhaps, then yes, this will go up to the elements, not a problem. Moving on to the final part of the scope, if we look at the objective, this particular one, as I said, has a 56mm objective, which offers quite a wide field of view, and it also enhances quite a lot of light transmission. So as I've previously mentioned, it really does work for those low light situations. So you're stalking in the morning, you're stalking in the evening. Other than that, guys, the Delta Titanium is much the same as it was before. Obviously, Delta have just gone through a big imagery brand, which you can see from the boxes here today. So obviously the imaging doesn't have too much of an effect on the actual scope itself, But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Just to have a little quick fire look at the Delta Titanium. I certainly recommend it as a very good hunting and stalking scope, having used one personally. And I think they're a fantastic piece of kit. Really good for all sorts of low light situations. So guys, my name's James. I've been your night vision and hunting specialist today, and this has been another video by Optics Warehouse.